my loves, how we doing this evening? I just got off of work, took me a shower, and I wanted to just touch base with you guys. Now, yesterday I had told you that it was National Opps Day, right? Remember that? Well, I think I'm going to extend it just one more day for our ops, so they should be very happy, because I usually don't give people 2 days, but I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about some things. So we're going to extend National Ops Day so we can just talk about some things. Is that okay? Good. I'm glad you agree. Anyway, so I was talking about yesterday the succubus spirits, and how it's men trying to take your woman and your wife, or whatever the case may be. And I understand, trust me, that all of you guys are not married. You just messing with these random samples out here. I understand that, but if you consider them your partner, or your girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, situationship, whatever, it still applies. So I just want to clarify that for you guys, that I'm not just talking about just married people. I'm talking about relationships, period. Whether they're men, women, men, women, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, I'm talking about that. Okay, so I wanted to put you up on that, and just clarify that for you. So when I talk about the succubus spirit, what I am referring to is I'm referring to a sexual addiction spirit, if you will. This is a spirit that actually wants to just have sex with anything. It doesn't matter. Man, woman, cat, dog, marshmallow, it's whatever. Literally. It just wants to be attached sexually to things or whatever. That's the succubus spirit. So again, if you have a partner that just wants to have sex, even if they've already had sex with you, that's actually a problem, because it's like, okay, you're not being satisfied in any way, and so that definitely turns into a problem. See, our bodies are temples that God had gave us, and we need to get back into honoring our bodies, being honorable, being with one partner, figuring out ways to get satisfied by that partner. We need to figure that thing out, because there's, like, I don't know if you're looking at the statistics, but these STDs, everything is coming, they're just out of control at this point. And for a minute there, it wasn't like that, because there was actual partnerships. But now we're getting away from that, and people are just latching on to this succubus spirit, and they just want to have sex with these randoms. I mean, it doesn't matter who they are. Just tearing your body down, tearing your temple down, not cherishing something that God had gave us or whatever. And people don't really understand, which is why I wanted to talk about it, what the long-term effect of this having sex with random people. Not only do you get diseases, and not only do you have soul ties with whatever that person is in your life, in addition to that, you are literally tearing up your temple. You start to realize that if you're having this random sex, you start to get disoriented. You lack clear-mindedness. You just actually do yourself a disjustice. You can't even create. You actually are really kind of confused about what you want. Just confused on if you want a man or a woman. You're attaching to these entities, if you will, that actually start to take over you, and they actually start to attach to anything they would like to take over. And so you want to be very careful about your partnerships and who you're laying down with, because you don't know their sexual background. You don't know all of the different entities that they attach themselves with. And see, what people don't understand is the sexual experience is supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be enjoyable, and it's supposed to actually satisfy, okay? And so with all of these different Jezebel spirits, succubus spirits, and all these other spirits that go on primarily from alcohol, to be quite honest with you, that's the gateway, or drugs is the gateway to actually wake up these spirits or whatever, you lose the sacredness of the whole experience of having sex. And so that's why I definitely point out on a regular basis how you should wait for your kingdom spouse. You know, how you should withstain from sex, like myself, and become celibate or whatever, so you can have mental clarity. And so you'll be able to make good decisions, because if you got mental clarity, you can see things for what they are. No one that has these spirits on them will be able to approach you, because the thing about it is, you can see what that spirit is. You can see that entity in that person or whatever, and you can just respectfully decline the offer that they are offering you. So that's why I wanted to mention, you know, these things are real, it's spiritual. Multiple scriptures speak about the Jezebel spirit, and, you know, having immorality and all that kind of stuff, and just doing things, you know, that is not honorable. And so, moving on, I just wanted to touch base on that, because, you know, people are just kind of free with their bodies, which is your choice. But I want you to understand this. If you want to freely give your body, your temple, to anyone, please, 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 on some real shit, be prepared. Be prepared for the consequences, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Be prepared, okay? Don't let it make it seem as if you didn't know what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And so, moving on. It's National Opps Day again. I extended it, everyone, if you're just now tuning in. Yeah, we want to mention all of your ops. Okay, we don't want to just mention just the Jezebel spirits and the succubus spirit. We want to make sure that we mention all the ops. We want to make sure that we mention that the ops could be your mom. The ops could be your dad. The ops could be your family, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles. The ops can also be your sisters or your brothers. It can be your grandma and your grandpa. It can be anybody. It can be your friends, your very close friends, or so you think is your close friend. That type of stuff. It can be your co-workers. Your ops can be anybody, any human being, okay? Your children. It can be anybody, like real talk. And so what I need you to do is, I need you to understand that just because you may be a loyal person, just because you may be a caring person, or whatever the case may be, I need you to understand that everybody is not like you. So don't set those expectations thinking that people are going to give you that same love that you give them. Don't ever set an expectation like that, okay? We hope that everybody's going to be official, but to be quite honest with you, they're not. And we respect them in that energy, right? Remember that? We respect them in that energy. But what we do not need to do is, we don't need to keep on putting ourselves in circumstances for the sake of having blood running, the same blood running through our veins. You know what I'm saying? It be the same type of people like this scenario. This is just a scenario. But it'll be like your sister, for instance, always wanting what you have. You know what I'm saying? To the point where she want to either be you, or want to actually just try to do everything in her power just to stop you from having it. Whether it's your marriage, whatever the case may be. Or for instance, you could have a homeboy that actually is envious of your relationship because he's single, and he'll try to backdoor your home and sleep with your wife. Those are situations that I'm talking about. Your ops are your ops regardless. And if they're not for you, then they against you. And that's just period. And so now is the time for things to be revealed, for things to actually be seen for what they are, and for us to respectfully thank, like I said, our ops for everything, for our growth, and for us being able to get clarity on people that don't fool with us. And we actually need to move on and surround ourselves with people that are official, that will fool with us, that will actually benefit us in some type of way, because they are valuable relationships. Okay? So I want you guys to take this, figure it out, who in your life is not official. Okay? I don't care who it is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, whatever the case. You need to surround yourself around good people. Because if you want to live a thriving life, you have to be around people that thrive. Not people that hate. Okay? I want you to understand this. I love